From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Touchdown, Washington! Jahan Dotson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Giants 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing right.
There he goes, left side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry for Gary Brightwell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Jones. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Goff on 1st down. Complete, it's Dotson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Goff's throw taken in here by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff. Hunter Henry brings it in. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Goff on first down. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. This complete to Henry over the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again is gone. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing Jones.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. The Giants had a woeful 2-9 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Jones throw brought in by Bellinger.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to throw. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Jones out to the flat, that's caught. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Again, Goff. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Goff. His throw incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
from 17 yards out.
And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
To try again after the sack. Jones under pressure. They got him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. With it is Jackson. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Jones now on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run with Robinson, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fields it right around the goal line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. And now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Throwing on second and long. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen down as he's on to punt for New York. Here's Jackson. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On first down, it's gone. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point try good by Godot. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. Goff now looks to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And he finds McLaurin. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. 34 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
From the 38, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Jones throw on target to Shepard.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. To throw is Goff.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run it back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Out to his left.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Now Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
On the return, Jackson.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Now gone. Henry's got it out on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Here's gone. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Goff. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 2nd and goal. Goff. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Throwing Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one goes for 36 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of, and he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Now this throw caught left side. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On the run, it's Brightwell. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Gary Brightwell, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Goff now to throw. He's got Henry, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now it's gone. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Gone. That one complete out to Dotson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete to Dotson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now Goff. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace.